Welcome back to another episode of the Fault Line Podcast. We have a lot to get into today,
So
Randy.
much.
So let's get at it.
Let's get it.
All right, for the Wasatch Front, for the brief summary of our pod, we have a couple life updates in Behind the Paddle, a quick tip in Rec Check this week, as well as an update on my favorite grip. In Drop Shot Drama, we'll briefly talk about anything Utah-based in the pro scene. This is going to be a little bit different from the past. We felt like we were spending a little too much time on maybe some other pros in the pro scene or the whole PPA, MLP scene. So we're just going to try and focus more on Utah in Drop Shot Drama.
Here.
In Valley Vibes, we'll discuss a few local tournaments and a coaching session that we had with Spencer Smith. I have an update on the prizes coming at the end of our league season.
Exciting.
Which is really cool news. And for future league seasons as well. So people should come out and join the leagues, man.
That wait list is going to get thick.
We had an interview today with Landon Disbrow. So I'll include that in today's pod in our new section called Dinking Deep. And then I made another new section called Court Call, where we'll give out a few shout outs to people who have made a difference here in the scene in Utah. All right, Behind the Paddle. I just kind of wanted to briefly touch on my life. I feel like we kind of briefly introduced ourselves, but I didn't really mention a whole lot. So I have 3 kids, Coda, Riven, and Kenai, in that order, 9, 7, and 5 years old. All of them have started school, so that's exciting news.
That's fun. That's why it's so quiet.
That's why it's so quiet right now. No
All right.
one's at home. We're able to record the podcast in
awesome.
peace a little bit. Besides my dog constantly running around, still and barking. My dog's name is Denali. She's part Australian Shepherd and part Collie. She loves to play ball.
That's a runner. That is a runner.
I have a cat. Her name's Honeybee. She's a Savannah. And the reason why we named my kids Coda, Riven, and Kenai were because my oldest son, Coda, was born in Alaska, and my wife really loved the movie Brother Bear, so we went with Coda. I named my middle child Riven because I was playing a game called League of Legends. Super into that. And so I liked the name Riven, so we chose that. So my wife chose the first one, I chose the second one, and then she chose the
How did you get the nerdy video game character past your wife? How does she pass off
She
on
liked
that?
Riven. I think
Okay.
I think we liked
so cool.
like strange and different, My name is Sky.
Very
so-
Utah. Very Utah of you.
Maybe. I think it's a little bit of that hippie generation too, a little bit, My wife, or not my wife, my mom wanted to name my sister a different name if she was a boy. It was going to be something really strange. I can't even think of it right now. It started with a Z. Like, not Zelda, but it was...
Zach.
No, it was going to be way different. But anyway, we kind of have that, like, mentality. So that's kind of why we named our dog Denali. Like, it's all kind of like based in Alaska in that way. Updates on the studio. We got some boom mics.
Look at these things. Look at these things.
I'm hoping the sound quality is a little bit better.
Yep.
I also had a friend, Garrett Moreland, give us a Rodecaster device, so we're able to hopefully really hone in this audio and video together, and I'm super excited for how this is gonna sound in the future.
Yeah. Big shout out to Garrett. Seriously. Thank you,
Huge.
Garrett.
Huge thank you to him. And Ethan, for that matter. He was on our podcast last time. He helped with the camera, with a light, with the extra battery pack too for the camera. So
The man's an artist.
we've been getting a bunch of help, and it's been awesome.
Yep.
I've already kind of mentioned it, but we have a couple new segments, Dinking Deep and Court Call. So in Dinking Deep today will be our interview with Landon, which we actually just got finished recording, and it was super awesome.
It was amazing.
It was by far our best interview.
Truly incredible.
And
Yeah.
I'm super excited for you guys to hear that and see that.
What a cool dude. Seriously,
Yeah.
such a cool dude.
Awesome dude.
Yeah.
Awesome dude. Have you ever met Landon before that?
No, that was my first time meeting him and asking him questions. So that was genuine.
Awesome. Really cool. Let's see. I just wanted to briefly say that this podcast is a lot. Editing it was the last one took me weeks. It was
Yeah.
a long time, and it's a lot of work. So we really appreciate our viewers that are liking, commenting, subscribing, letting us know what they hate or dislike about the pod. Because man, it's a lot of work, but I'm doing it for you guys, and I really want this to be successful, and I want it to look and sound awesome. So
Dude.
keep giving us tips.
Yeah.
To
We love
improve.
all the feedback. It's gotten better every single time. So.
I had league this week with Ethan Condi.
Let's go, Ethan.
You had league this week with Ethan Condi.
I had lead with Ethan.
So he was my sub. So Justin Taylor was supposed to be my teammate, but Justin had a last minute thing he had to go to in Colorado, and I asked Ethan early because I think Nick also was out of town, and Nick Thatcher, and so he also asked Ethan, but late.
Ooh.
So I got him. I locked him in.
Swooped.
We did pretty good. I went 7-3.
Nice.
Man, dude, I have some clips to link in this
All right.
in the YouTube portion of our podcast.
I'm
because
excited.
There are some sick points that me and Ethan had. All of our games were super close. In fact, we had like 4 that we were behind, like 10-5, 10-6, and we came back and won.
Ooh, the drama.
So our league, we play first to 11, basically, win by 1, right? And so that was crazy. To be down 10-6 in like 4 games and come back and win felt so good, dude.
Clutch.
It was amazing.
Clutch.
So Ethan played really well, played his heart out, and I'm excited to show some of those clips for this podcast. I'll probably include them at the end.
Cool.
In like just a section where I'll show some music or something.
Nice.
Or maybe I'll do it during and just have like it on the side or something. We'll see. That's something for me to figure out in the editing portion. Let's see. For those of you who don't watch YouTube, in the future, I'm going to, in this podcast, I'm going to try and upload a Spotify and Apple listening version of the podcast only, and hopefully include that going forward. We'll see how that works out with these mics. I'm excited to see how that works out.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. It'll work out.
All right, Randy, what do you got for Behind the Paddle this week?
Well, playing in my first singles tournament in over 2 years now. My first singles tournament was 2 years ago. I played 3-0. And so now I am playing 4-5 on Thursday. So that'll be really fun. I'm expecting to get whooped a little bit. But I am very excited to try a new discipline because I haven't played a lot of singles competitively for fun, for sure, but this will be fun.
That's exciting. So have you been playing singles on the side at all to prepare? Okay.
Yeah, I've had a couple singles matches set up with friends, and I've been okay.
Cool.
Mediocre at worst. So I'm excited. I've been a cat dad now for 2 months.
That's awesome.
My kitten's name is Momo, which is short for Mohammed. He is.
Why Mohammed?
It's the most popular name in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's. And his middle name is Sanjay because he's Asian.
Mohammed
So I gave him a Sanjay in the middle.
Cool.
So yeah, he's cute.
What kind of cat is it?
He's a long, domestic long hair with Siamese markings on him.
Cool.
Little,
Dude, I love cats.
Dude,
Love 'em.
I'm a cat guy. I love dogs, but I'm a cat guy.
So I've been seeing some of your clips on your social media about your cat. And I didn't know that you've only had it for a few months now. But it's been so cute to see your cat, bro. I've been loving it.
Fatherhood has made me soft, and I love it.
So is it a newborn? Is it an adoption? What?
I picked him up from the Humane Society when he was like a month old.
Wow.
I think so.
Wow.
He's just a baby.
Cool,
just
dude.
a baby.
Cool, dude.
So that's fatherhood, and then I'm also planning an end of summer tournament for my morning group that I've been running for a couple of years now. So that's been hectic but exciting because they're a good group.
Is this going to be a premiere, or are you still trying to figure out details? Or?
This will be at Premiere in Harriman, so it'll be fun.
Cool. Yeah. And this is a group you play at in Premiere or at Premiere in Harriman.
This is my group that we've been playing just morning games with.
Okay.
That we just organize games and things with.
Okay. Just like a bunch of friends
just
from
a bunch
the
of
past?
friends. Just a bunch of friends that I've gathered.
And so it'll be a tournament with just those friends, or are you like making it bigger?
Just
inviting
those
people?
friends.
Okay.
Just those friends.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited to hear more about that.
Thanks, guys.
All right, rec check. Weekly tip this week. from me has really been kind of trying to figure out. So I'll just preface this with Ethan Condi is a tall guy. And personally, I feel like I've struggled with him in the past to feel like we're having success on the court together. I feel like we both like to play left. And he has long arms. And I have been like trying to move to the right to perfect that game a little bit more.
Yep.
So I've been trying to let him play more on the left when we play together. And so this tip is kind of directed at that, like, but in the sense that, like, so for fourth balls, if you already have your partner at the net, but you're kind of like running up to the net, right?
Yep.
I'm saying this wrong.
No, you're on the right path. If you're returning and your partner's at the net.
Yeah. You're returning, your partner's already at the net. So the next ball, you're running up to the net.
Yep.
My comment or my tip is to let that person that's already at the net protect your lane of running up and take the next ball generally.
Yep, generally.
Less, the other team is really dropping it or driving it down the line.
Yep.
Because it's going to be super beneficial that person that's already at the net, that already is established to take that ball. And why this has related to me and Ethan is because like we have always clashed. Like I'm running up thinking I have this huge lane.
Yep.
But I have to like, he's got long arms. Just take myself back a little bit and let him take that court. So that's been something that I've been trying to do more and utilize more in league in general. Like I've been trying to tell people like, I'm already up here. Let me protect for you.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great tip. There's even in like the upper leagues, what I'm seeing is that there's always that confusion of who is taking that fourth ball. Yeah. So knowing that your partner in the front is probably going to cover for you should take your confusion away, and your sole focus as a returner is to get that ball deep and then get up to the net with your partner, and then let your partner handle it. So that's a great tip.
For sure.
My tip for the week is to aim for the middle of the net, not the middle of the net, but aim middle when you're hitting your drops. So your third shot drop, your biggest chance for success is to aim middle because that is the lowest part of the net. And if you're lucky, those two people at the front or at your two opponents at the net will be confused on who takes that ball if they don't communicate well. So can't go wrong with that. And then as you play higher as well, if you start hitting your drops in the corners, people are going to earny that ball. So aim middle. You can never go wrong going middle.
I don't just like aim middle. I kind of aim right at the left foot of the right side.
Middle-ish,
player, right?
That middle third.
Right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally agree with that.
Good spot.
It helps a lot, especially because it's the lowest part of the net, right?
Yep.
So
use
great
math.
spot.
Use math.
All right, use those tips this week. All right, grip and rip. So we had a lesson with Spencer Smith this week, me, you, and Ethan, which we're all good friends. He was trying to do group lessons, and he shouted out on, I think, Facebook, and I was like, heck yeah, I'm looking for a lesson.
Okay.
And then I shouted out to you guys asking if you guys wanted to join, and you guys did. It was a great lesson. Some pros, some cons, I guess. But one of the things I wanted to mention here in Grip and Rip was the paddle he was using. He was using a paddle called Dwell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what he said about it. Do you remember?
He made an interesting comment about it. He said the owner of the Florida MLP team.
Oh, Florida
Smash. He made those paddles for pros who aren't getting sponsored by Yola because Yola apparently doesn't give out free paddles to pros who are unsigned.
Yeah. Oh,
so
okay.
Florida Smash owner did a homie move and said, I'll make this replica, call it Dwell, and then let the unsigned pros use it so that they can kind of get used to playing with a Yola type paddle.
Yeah.
So
that's
pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Pretty cool.
And from what I heard and what I saw from Spencer Smith playing with it, it sounded just like the Yola. He was hitting very hard,
He was
very
playing
consistent.
He was playing like 40%, and he was hitting hard.
He was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he was 40. I would say he was up to 70 at least. But I felt like he was trying because I feel like those are one of the sessions that he's using to drill and get better with. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, he wasn't going 100, but I definitely think he was going a little bit more than 40.
I'll text him, but I think he was going at least 40, maybe 50%.
All right. But anyway, the dwell paddle seemed cool. I'm gonna ask him if we can get our hands on one.
Okay.
I would love to try it out. Let our viewers know what we think of it, because I don't think I don't know if they're gonna like start selling mass amounts of them or what the thing is, but it was called Dwell, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to talk about was, so when we had Ethan on the pod the other week, I don't know if I mentioned it, but he had loaned me a grip that he had. He's buying some super cheap grips.
Was it the Alibaba grip?
Something like that.
Okay.
Like Alibaba or something. He's just buying super cheap, like 15-cent grips.
Yep.
But he likes them. He's trying to save money. I understand that, like, when you buy grips from like U-Drippin', for example, in bulk, they're still like $1.15 or $1.20 per grip.
Yep.
So it can get pricey. I get it. Like, especially if you're only going to use it for a couple of days or a week. I feel like some people
a week
use them for a long time, but I am a person who replaces it after a week or two.
What?
That's max, bro.
That's
like,
crazy.
I can feel the difference.
I use mine until I could smell my sweat on the handle,
so
which is way too late. So I'm working on it, but once a week is wild.
I have seen people's grips that, like, it doesn't even look like that color anymore. Like, it's so disgusting.
That's gross.
Like, why don't you change your
that's
grip?
gross.
Like, I won't mention any names, but there was some people in our league last season who had grips like that.
Damn, now I'm thinking
in our league season, and I was baffled. But I just wanted to say that I tried out Ethan's grip, and I didn't love it. It started out okay. I would say like the first day or two of play, but after that, I didn't love it. It became really slippery and not very tacky. I like a very tacky grip, and I think that's why I change them out a little more often than most people, because I want it to feel a little sticky in my. So U-Drippin', shout out to John Nielsen and U-Drippin's grips. I really love their grips. Their performance grips are amazing. Their freaky tack grips, I think I mentioned this maybe on our first pod, but I'm mentioning it again. They're a little too tacky for me, a little too sticky. And I've talked to John about this, but the material is different, and he says that it's not meant to last as long. So if you do like the freaky tacky grips, you're gonna need to replace them a little more often to maintain that freaky tack.
Interesting.
But I love the performance grips. That's what I use. Again, I replace them about 1 to 2 weeks, just depending. Sometimes sometimes I'll pull it out of the bag and be like, this doesn't feel great, but then I'll use it for a little bit, and with a little bit of like moisture from the sweat, it makes it feel a little bit tackier and better. So that's why sometimes I'll hang on a little bit longer, maybe 2 weeks. But usually I don't go more than 2 weeks on a grip. So
I'll need a snag one from you before I leave to try it out.
Absolutely.
Still haven't tried it, but
I'll give you both. I'll give you a freaky tack. I have them both in my car.
Sweet.
So
I'll try them out.
I'll definitely hook you up. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're working hard to keep this podcast growing, and we love your support. If you're enjoying what we're doing, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and drop a comment. It helps more than you know. And if you've got feedback, or even if you're not loving something, we want to hear it. Leave us a comment or let us know in person. Just like on the pickleball courts here in Utah, a little back and forth only makes the game better. Our hope is to build something Utahns can be proud of. So spread the word. Share us with your friends, family, and coworkers. You know they can't get enough pickleball in their lives. Thanks again for your support, and we hope you keep enjoying the climb. All right, drop shot drama. Again, I mentioned this briefly in the beginning, but we're going to try and focus a little bit more on Utahns from now on in drop shot drama. So I said I would mention the Bristol PPA on the last podcast. There wasn't anything notable from Utahns in this tourney.
Nope.
I know Tyler Loon and Connor Garnett, I think, played together, but they didn't go very far. I think they beat one notable team, but again, didn't make it to like even the quarterfinals. So hopefully we'll have some more Utahns making it a little bit further. We know we have some great Utah pickleball players.
Yeah.
We have some great ones out there. At least Jones is always making it pretty far. So
Yeah.
hopefully I'll have some more notable stuff in the future. MLP playoffs. The Utah Black Diamonds lost 3-1 to the Orlando Squeeze.
That was so disappointing.
Dude, I hyped them up so much after MLP in Salt Lake.
I know. I felt so good about them.
They dominated Orlando.
Yeah, I felt so good about them. But then we got a different Fed in this.
Did we?
We did.
I didn't
Very
really,
different Fed.
I didn't really watch all the games, I will admit, but I did see Elise Jones have like an off-screen winner.
The viral
see
point.
it?
Oh, she was just off screen
Oh
80% of the time.
Yeah.
Oh my
you couldn't
gosh.
even see her, but
Classic Elise point.
Grayson Golden, bro, just crushing balls, and the last ball Elise puts over the net, I think. Grayson just slams it into the net and just cracks up laughing and smiling.
Yeah.
Walks over to Elise and gives her a huge high five.
Yeah.
It was a great clip. Sad to see them out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
They had a great run.
Yeah.
I mean, even to make it, I can't remember if they even made it to playoffs last year. So I think they were in last place.
I think we were dog doo-doo last year. So
total doo-doo.
Yeah.
So to make it to the playoffs is a huge improvement.
Big improvement.
And they are building a facility for them, right?
They are right in South Jordan.
South Jordan?
Yep.
So I don't know if it'll be done by next year, but it'll be cool to see them all practicing and playing together in that facility coming up.
Yep.
Drama-wise, I think we'll still mention drama stuff.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I saw in MLP was Christian Alshon had a moment like he typically probably does.
Yeah.
But he's got so much heart. The guy is I love watching him play, but he flipped off all the fans.
The double bird. He gave him the double. The double bird. If you're going to give someone the bird, give him two. You have two hands, give him two.
It was amazing.
Alshon, I loved it.
I loved it too.
I loved it.
And that's the kind of stuff that like makes you want to watch
Yes.
sports.
Yes.
Too. Like
the interaction is what we crave and want. Flip me off, please.
it was great.
Yes.
So double bird to
So
the
good.
Jersey Fives fans. They were getting a little rowdy. It was great.
I
bro.
love Alshon so much.
It was fantastic. All right, moving on to Valley Vibes. Randy, you had your slice tourney.
Yes.
You guys only played the team format, right?
We played the team format.
You didn't play any others, right?
Nope.
So tell us how that went.
Team format went well. We got into the bracket play as the 2 seed. So we were automatically granted a quarterfinal berth.
Wow.
And then we lost 3-2 in the single elimination game to this really weird team from Jersey, I think.
Interesting.
These guys were weird.
Interesting.
One guy was going pss, 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 in the middle of dink rallies.
Okay.
They
Did you play them? Did you play every team in the bracket play or in the pool play?
No, we didn't play a lot of teams.
Okay.
But the sad thing was we beat this team that knocked us out in pool play.
Okay.
But then we lost to them in the quarters, and then they actually ended up winning the entire thing
Really?
to the dismay of a lot of people.
Wow.
But they played great. We didn't play. I mean, I didn't play as good as I could have. Rally scoring is not.
So tell us a little bit about the whole style of the event.
Yeah, so it was MLP style. So we had men's doubles, or I guess it was mixed. So we had 4 pairings of doubles.
Okay.
It was rally scoring to 15, and then if we went to a dream breaker to break the tie break, it was singles. So everyone got some singles action.
I thought you had to play the Dreambreaker in every match.
In pool play, we did.
Oh, in pool play.
In pool play, we did, but in bracket, it didn't.
Okay.
But it was cool to get some singles in. Rally scoring is not forgiving if you're not making your third shot drops, which was my struggle for that day. But it was an awesome format.
Okay.
It was $100 a person for the tournament, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 MLP total matches, and then 1 bracket game. So 5 total games.
Okay.
And they put on a great show. It was an awesome venue.
How many teams were there?
We had 8 teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you played 5, but 8 teams.
Yep. And then they were cool because they were live streaming every single court that was playing on YouTube. So it was really cool for people who
That's
couldn't
awesome.
come to watch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So is it still up? Can you go back and watch
You can go back and watch
Okay,
it. Yep,
cool.
it's still
So
there.
see how crappy you did?
Exactly. Just count
Just
count
messing with
count
you.
count all the missed drops I had, and yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like you got some things to learn and take away from the tourney, so that's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, we briefly wanted to touch on the Spencer Smith lesson. So, and I'll hopefully include some footage. I will include some footage. You took a lot of it. My camera actually only got like an hour and 20 minutes. But I'll include hopefully some clips of like how it went. It was a little different. It was a little more nonchalant than I expected. I thought we were kind of like going to run through like drills, and he was going to like help us on certain techniques.
Okay.
But it ended up being more like we were just playing with him.
Coach and play.
So there's 3 of us, 1 of him, right? And we just kind of mixed and matched a couple of games. So we did best of 3 to 11, and we just played. And throughout, he would give us tips of like, I wouldn't do that. And he even asked us before we started, like, how much coaching do you want?
Yep.
And we were kind of like, as much as possible. We want you to like go all out. Like, tell us anything, everything we can prove on.
Yep.
And so I don't know. What were your takeaways from it?
I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't expecting a formal lesson plan like, hey, we're going to do drops for 30 minutes and we're going to coach on that.
Have you gotten a coaching lesson before?
No. Okay. That was my first one.
Okay.
I liked the coach and play format with him because we were going to get whatever we wanted from it, because if we did something wrong, like he was always open to answer when we were like, hey, what did I do wrong there?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if you didn't get what you wanted out of that lesson, it's kind of like, did you ask for that specifically?
Yeah.
Like Ethan, he was missing a lot of balls that he should have softened, and he was like, Spencer, like what am I doing wrong here? What do I need to do? And Spencer told him what to do. I think what you guys were like, I guess some of us were expecting more was like, show me how to do it and can we drill it, right?
Sure. Sure.
But I like that format. I like being able to play with him, see how a pro 40% speed looks like. And I like that he roasted me for just swinging my paddle up way too much. What do you think?
It was different. So I've got coached twice now. Or 3 times actually. I've gotten a lesson from Clayton Boydston. I've gotten a lesson from Bryce Larson, and I've gotten a lesson from Mario Barrientos.
Okay.
Mario has definitely been my top or my favorite out of all of them. But it was like a lesson where we dinked for a little bit, straight up, cross court, did some drops. And again, like, it was basically drilling, and he would instruct me on how to hit it differently or whatever throughout.
Yep.
So, but he was so informative. So just to relate this to Spencer, I feel like he was informative. It just, again, it was different.
Yep.
And I liked playing. Like, if I were to go do it with Mario again, I would probably want it to be more play style.
Yep.
But I would be a little bit more vocal. I think we were all a little vocal, but I would be a little bit more vocal. Like, should I have hit that shot specifically? More strategy based, I guess, because I know when I hit the ball wrong, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It should have been a little bit more soft or whatever. But like in this particular circumstance, I just would be more vocal. Hey, like, was that the right placement? Should I have hit there? Should I have gone somewhere else?
Yep.
I was vocal, but I could have been more vocal.
And it's tough in that format too, because like right now it's easy to say like I should have been more vocal, but when you're playing, like your thought is always next point. This is like what I need to do next, instead of like asking the guy like what should I be doing. Yeah. So both sides.
But it was cool. We were able to do it all by ourselves in the old Royal Pickleball Club out in Bluffdale. It was completely empty. He got the keys from, I think, the guy who is running it. It's supposed to be a pickler soon enough. I actually left my camera there. I came back the next morning to come pick it up, and ended up meeting the guy who has the keys and runs the place. His name's Scott Johnston.
Yeah.
And he kind of offered me a space there. Kind of, we had a.
What do you mean he offered you a space?
Well, I kind of was like, hey, I started a pod. Like, we really enjoyed, being here. And he was kind of like, well, it's going to be a pickler soon enough. And like, we might have some extra rooms, like if you want to come out. And I don't know, it wasn't maybe like super formal, but it was really cool to just talk with him, get to know him. And so, yeah.
Yeah, Scott's a cool dude.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we networked a little bit there, and we'll see what that opportunity brings us in the future.
Okay. What was your biggest lesson that you picked up from Spencer?
Biggest lesson. Oh man, I'll have to go back and watch a little bit, but the biggest thing I took away was to drop my paddle more. Here, let me grab this paddle and kind of show what I mean real quick. So like, I feel like I have kind of that like tennis swing where I kind of come at it from side and swipe motion.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, bring it down more.
Yep.
And especially when I was at the net, like he was like, bring it really down and swipe hard with it, with the swipe that I'm doing to get underneath the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was a super tip. I'm super excited to implement that going forward. That's not actually where the paddle goes, so hopefully it doesn't fall. But that was the biggest tip I took to drop my paddle more. And actually, when I played league this week with Ethan, he was like, dude, you were on fire with your drives. And that's because I implemented that tip, like just dropping my paddle more. So I would say that was the biggest tip. And even at the net, he said at the net and even from the baseline, just drop your paddle more. And I was like, okay, I will.
That's awesome.
So what about you?
For me, it was keeping my momentum forward on drives and drops, because I have this bad habit of trying to top spin my way out of trouble. Like
Okay.
if I'm late on a ball, I'll try and top spin out. But, his tip is just keep everything moving forward. And then even if you hit it or you're a little late, at least the ball's going in a general direction that you want to go. So that was really helpful.
Cool. Any other takeaways?
No, Spencer's really cool. He's quiet. He's pretty shy, keeps to himself kind of guy, but he's actually really funny. I liked him a lot.
I actually really enjoyed him as a person. I think he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it going forward.
Yeah, I would do it again, because we paid $60 for 2 hours with him, which was
I think
pretty
It
awesome.
was supposed to be $100 per hour.
Okay.
But then that was divided by three people.
Yeah.
So really cool. Definitely recommend that.
Yep.
His prices may change and vary going forward, but
Yeah.
I think it was well worth the time, and it was really cool to play with a pro.
Yeah. I would pay to do it again.
I would definitely
do it again easily.
All right. Our next local tournament is this week at Club Pickleball USA.
Woo, woo, woo.
You're making my dog run over. I'm super excited. I am signed up for both mixed doubles and men's doubles.
Alrighty.
And mixed is Friday. I just looked at the times. It was Friday night, 7:45.
Okay.
I'm playing with Ashlyn Andrews.
Dude, baller. How did you land
Super
a
excited.
partnership with Ashlyn Andrews?
So-
Because she's really good and you're pretty good too.
I think like everyone, like I get out there, I look around, I investigate on Duper. Like I'm searching people, right? Like that other people play with.
Yeah.
Seeing their results, seeing how good they do.
Yep.
I've been doing this for a while now, and so
Your methods,
I think
man.
I think I fell across Ashlyn's name. I don't know, 6 to 7 months ago. I saw her and Tad. So he runs the leagues at the club.
Yep.
And I looked up Tad, looked at his mixed partners, and he had played with her quite a bit.
Yep.
And they have pretty good results.
Yep.
And so that's part of it, is like, I want to find someone who also is having good results. So looked her up on social media, said hello, said, hey, I'm a person who plays pickleball. I'd love to play with you sometime. I actually reached out to Tad first. I was like, hey, can you reach out to Ashlyn for me? And hey, I'd love to play pickleball with, mixed with her.
Yep.
I'm trying to get more into mixed. And so it was just an opportunity where I just seized it.
Dude.
And we played one night, probably a month or so ago.
Okay.
Me, Tad, Ashlyn, and another guy, I think his name was Scott,
Okay.
at Premier. And it was my first time playing there. Ashlyn, I think, lives up in Salt Lake. She works for the PPA, so she's constantly like traveling and busy. So it was just an opportunity where she was like, "I'm in town, let's play." I was like, "Sweet." So we met up, we played. We did like a mixed round robin, like everyone got to play, not just with her, but with everyone.
Yeah.
And eventually, I think we ended up playing a little bit more because right at the end we got to play again, and we played really well. I think I won every single game that night.
It's always good.
So yeah, it was a good little what do you call that, audition for me.
Yeah, that was definitely an audition for you because she can ball.
Yeah, no. So and she played great. So we're playing together. I'm super excited,
That'll be fun.
and yeah, we'll see what doors that opens to in the future. I'm hoping we do really well. I have high hopes.
Dude, the mixed field is intense this weekend.
It
That's
is.
probably the deepest
is.
field of the tournament.
It is. And I'm a super aggressive guy, so I'm excited to see how my play goes with her. I kind of mentioned to her that I kind of want to play left and go hard.
4-5 telling
So
the
we'll
5-0 he's going to play left.
When we all played together, we switched about. We play. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't stack left.
Tried out both
so
sides.
I told her this time I
That's
probably want to stack left.
Okay.
Men's doubles, I have Eddie Gardner.
Eddie G.
Have you played a lot with him?
I played a lot with Eddie. Eddie is fantastic.
He's kind of a little more of an OG. He's been around a little bit.
I don't know. I know he's like 22 or something.
Okay.
And I don't know how long he's been playing, but he's really, really good.
I actually don't know a whole lot about Eddie
Really?
either. I can't remember actually how we met, but I think you and I scheduled a little like round
Yeah.
robin at Jordan's house.
Yes.
And
yes.
then somehow he got invited. I can't remember if it was through me or what, but either way, he ended up there.
Yep.
And we ended up playing together. He wanted to play right, and I don't feel like he played ultra aggressive. He was 5-0 at the time, and I think he's still 5-0, but he's a solid player.
Yeah, he's really good.
And so
Great
it'll be my
drives.
first time playing with him outside of like rec play.
Yep.
And so I'm excited to see how that goes as well. I actually saw him at the Slice tournament
Yeah.
that you guys were in,
Yep.
and he was playing super aggressive.
Yep.
And I think they had two ladies on their team, right?
Yep, they did.
And so he was playing left with them, and he was playing ultra aggressive. So I was like,
He can crank it. Yep.
that's the guy, bro, I want to play with. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see how that goes. What about you? Who's your partners?
My partner for Saturday in men's 5-0 is Morgan Beck,
Okay.
lefty Morgan Beck. We've played one league day together. We went 9-1 together.
Wow.
And we complement each other's games really well. He's very athletic. He gets a lot of balls back. He's got really quick hands. He covers a lot of holes because he's tall and long. And yeah, I think we're gonna play great.
Why did you choose him? Just out of curiosity.
He makes the right mistakes. So he gets a lot of balls back, but then he'll try probing speed ups, as I call them, where just testing out the other team. And when he misses, they're for the right reason, and when he misses, they're also not bad misses. So I really
So
like.
you like his flaws.
I really like his flaws a lot, and I like his highlights even better. So
Interesting.
yeah, he's a good.
So I
he's
played
a
a
good
lot
dude.
with Morgan.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty good friends with him.
Yeah.
I feel like he takes like a day or a week to get back to me in text.
That's
But-
me.
So I'm actually curious. Did you reach out to him, or did he reach out to you, or how did that?
I think I reached out to him months ago because because we've been trying to play a tournament together for
Yeah.
a while now. After that league day, and this one finally lined up. So
Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I like Morgan a lot. He's a lefty. He's actually a baller. Every time I've played with him, he dominates.
yeah,
I actually met him at Cream of the Crop,
okay,
and he won it like 1 or 2 times in a row. And
Yeah.
I was like, and that's another way I've met people is through Cream of the Crops. Like
Yep.
if they won, I like look them up,
Hit 'em up.
reach out to them.
yeah, that's fair. That's
so
fair.
that's kind of how I met him. And then he started working at the club.
Yep.
So I think he still works there. He's also doing some other side gig, but he's a great guy.
Yep.
I definitely hope you guys go far. Good luck.
We're gonna win this thing.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah.
You said you're playing 5-0, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're playing 5-0. Okay.
Easy.
So I'm playing 5-0 with Gardner, and I'm playing 5-0 mix with Ashlyn. Cool.
Good tournament.
All right, there's a few other local tournaments coming up. I'll link them, or I won't link them, but I have the public Utah tournament list link in the description. So definitely recommend taking a look at that if you're looking for upcoming tournaments. There's still summer tournaments happening outside and stuff.
Everywhere.
There's like a police academy, I think, down in Provo that's having one. And there was another new one I just saw on Facebook. In fact, I'm going to click it right now and open it up. It is called Under the Stars. It is powered by Yola. It is on September 18th through the 21st. It is in Harriman.
That one's in Premiere. Let's go.
Yeah, Premiere. This one, I don't even know. I think it just came across my Facebook, but I love how many tournaments are popping up around the scene. I feel like there's
one every weekend.
It's just so cool.
If you want to play,
weekend. Every weekend.
If you want to play a tournament, you will find one here.
And they're fairly cheap. The like local tournaments are fairly cheap. When you go to a club, it's a little more expensive, but not much more, especially if you sign up early.
Yep.
But that was one I saw. So reach out to them if you want to get involved in that one. It's still over a month away. And you work there, so I'm sure you probably know a little bit more about it. But it looks like you're going to get a lot of games.
Come out to Premiere. Yep, you get a lot. You're going to get a lot of games. I think winners all get Yola paddles, which is really cool.
Yeah,
so
money. It's a money. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yep.
That's sponsored by Yola. You can get a Yola if you win. Brand new one, right? Pro 4.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Woo, that's big.
Fresh.
And it's a money ball too. There's a total pot.
Yep. And there's a
which
pot.
I think is awesome. I feel like there should be more money balls, and that brings me to my next thing to talk about. But did you have something to add?
No, I was going to say there should always be money involved.
Oh my gosh,
there should
always,
even a little bit. Like if everyone just put in another $10 or something, give something,
makes it a little.
Give
bit
the winner
more,
something.
Yeah, makes it a little bit more worth it.
Yeah.
So that brings me to the next couple of tournaments at Club Pickleball USA. 3 money balls in a row. The way it works, I just read it, so I'll read it to you guys. Is if you just play in one of them, you'll get a regular payout. If you play in 2 of them, you'll get the regular payout and double payout. And if you play in all 3, you will get all 3 payouts. So a regular, a double, and a triple payout.
Interesting.
So he said the total prize pot for all 3 tournaments, so September, October, and November, will be up to $20,000. So you could win $20K if you won all 3 events.
Crazy.
I'm sure that's probably just going to be 5-0.
Yes.
But still, I bet the 4-5 is still going to be somewhat worth it. So if you don't feel like you're 5-0 ready, like go shoot for a 4-5. I'm sure there's still going to be money payouts. Like $20,000, up to $20,000. So I bet you the majority of that, not the majority, like I don't know.
A lot of it's going to be 5-0,
right? But
hey, I have a 4.98. I could do 4.5.
Dude, go for it. I think, and I think when money balls do come out, like I do think that people try and usually play down a little bit. But I think people are going to be a little bit more hardcore on the whole Duper-Algo thing that's been going on.
Yeah, we'll see if that'll fix the reverse sandbagging issue, right?
We'll see. But money balls, man, I'm all about them. Yeah. I'm going to sign up for all 3 of those probably. So something to look forward to on the next couple of podcasts and to talk about.
Yeah, I'm stoked to hear about it.
All right, league prize update. So I read back through the messages that Tad sent out in our group me's, and the top 2 people will get prizes for every league, and this is going to continue for every season. And so the way it works is we have A through F, so we'll just say A1 will get his first choice. So the A-League first place person will get his first choice on whatever he wants. I'll go through the prizes here in just a second, but then it's going to go down. So A1 gets his first choice, then A2, then B League, first seed, then B seed, second seed, then C League. So I'm in C League. So C1, C2, you're in the B League. So that's kind of how it'll go. So right now I'm first in my league, so I'm hoping to participate in this and get one of these prizes. So the prizes are $1,000 from Yola. And he said pro-level paddles. $1,000 in pro-level paddles.
I need a new Yola.
The paddles are, what, $285 at retail?
Yeah.
So $1,000, that's, what, 4 paddles?
4 paddles.
At least?
Yeah, that's huge.
So that's A1 through B2, essentially,
that's where those
if they
are going.
want those, unless someone wants a different paddle or another prize.
Yep.
So the next prize was $800 worth of Selkirk gear. That includes bags, paddles. So maybe we have some Selkirk era people who want those
Hey,
paddles,
yeah.
or maybe there's a boomstick out there. Probably
There's
not.
no
but
way a boomstick is in there.
but bags, paddles, gift cards, or shoes from Selkirk. $700 worth of carbon, which is just bags. So there'll be a bunch of bags.
Carbon bags are nice.
$500. Yeah, I've actually seen a few in the field, and they're nice.
Yep.
$500 worth of Montes shoes. Well, that's got to be
Glorious.
like what, five?
Five pairs of shoes.
5 pairs?
Yeah,
They're
about 5 pairs of
$100.
shoes.
So 5 pairs of shoes. Dude, I might actually jump in on that one. So we'll see. If I can't get probably a YOLO paddle.
I'll take new shoes all day. That's awesome.
I'll probably
yeah,
take some
that's
shoes.
a sweet prize.
Let's see what else. Any remaining prizes will be supplemented by the club. So all
cool.
of that comes out to $3,000 worth of prizes. So probably the bottom, we'll probably end up just getting like some balls or swag.
Hey,
but still, man,
that's
prize is a prize.
more than
and
we've
if
had.
you win, you move up, right? You
Yep.
move up into you are guaranteed to move up if you get in the top 2 spots of any of the leagues.
Yep.
So that's how we've made him work. So shout out to Devin Egan who did all the legwork for this.
Thank you, Devin. Devin's the man.
Thank you, Devin and Club Pickleball USA. This is huge. I don't think any other club is doing anything like this for their leagues.
Not yet.
So $3,000 worth of prizes given away to the winners, the top 2 winners of each league. And we have, 6 leagues? So
Yeah. I want to see what that wait list looks like at the end of the season.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
This is super awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So, and every season to come, more prizes. And maybe the prizes will get bigger, maybe better.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yep.
No news on Sundance League yet. As soon as we have it, we'll mention it here first thing. And then we have our interview with Landon to plug in. Hey, everyone. Before we start our next segment, we want to give you a trigger warning. With Landon today in our section, Thinking Deep, we dug really deep. He shares personal experiences around suicidal thoughts and mental health challenges. If you feel this might be triggering, please feel free to skip ahead, take a break, or return when you feel safe. We also don't want you to know that you're not alone and that help is just a call or text away. Welcome to the pod, bro. This section is called Dinking Deep, where we get to know you a lot better. So thanks for coming on the pod today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad to be here. Thanks,
You
guys.
look super excited.
You look
to have
cute today.
Thanks, Randy.
You do look good. Tell us about the shirt.
Shout out Smash Court. They've got some super awesome pickleball apparel. They're out of Meridian, Idaho.
Okay.
Shout out my boy Ryan.
Cool.
Love him.
Shirt is
Good
really
guy.
sick.
Yeah. After NCPA Nationals this year down in Vegas, after we beat Utah Tech,
Boo.
Ryan came up to me after and was like, dude, we'd love to do like a photo shoot with you. So they brought me down there, got a bunch of gear. So if you guys want your gear, go to Smash Court Pickleball.
Smash Court.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did they make like jersey style clothes?
Right now, they just have shirts and
T-shirts,
shorts
okay.
and
Okay.
cool
Cool.
hats. So,
Cool. It's awesome. You look great, man.
Thanks.
All right, Landon, tell us where you're from and where you live.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Spanish Fork, Utah,
Okay.
down south, but I currently reside in Murray, Utah. That's where me and my wife currently live. So
Awesome.
we love it.
So you're married.
Yep.
How long you been married?
Been married for a year and 4 months. Yeah, a year and 4 months. We'll go.
Good job. Good job.
It's awesome.
How old are you? Hold up. I'm going to take a guess. I
Yeah.
think you're 22. but
22. That's a good guess. 23.
23.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so good at this.
That's a great guess.
And the
That's a
pod.
great guess.
Okay.
So do you guys have any kids?
No kids. She's in school. We're gonna have kids probably in the next 2 or 3 years.
Cool. So you want to have kids.
Maybe
Awesome.
more years.
Awesome.
Who knows?
Do you guys have like a set number of kids you want to have?
She wants 5, but that
Holy
is
balls.
That's a lot, dude.
That is a lot.
That's pushing it. I told her 3. Maybe we can squeeze in a 4th, but
That is
I'm set on 3.
that's a lot of afternoon delights. Oh my God.
It is. I have 3 kids, and it's a lot, man. Especially after 2, because then like you need extra room in the car, and
Right.
it takes a big toll on life. It's crazy, but they're great. I love
Kids
them.
are good.
So
Yeah.
cool, man. So do you work or go to school? Where are you at?
Yeah. So I'm a real estate agent for Presidio Real Estate.
Okay.
Me and my cousin Josh, he started a group called Onyx Premier Group. So
Okay.
it's just me and him, and then our brokerage is Presidio Real Estate. So we're through Salt Lake, Utah County, all the way down to good old town of Payson. And we do full-time real estate. We do commercial real estate, the whole 9 yards. But it's fun for me because I get time like this today to take time off, come to the pod,
Awesome.
talk to you
Awesome.
guys. So
Awesome.
I love
How's
it.
the market?
Market's tough. Interest is high, but hopefully it'll go down in the next month or so. We'll see.
Fingers
It's
crossed.
Yeah,
good.
that's what
Fingers
they're kind of
crossed.
saying.
Yeah.
How long you been doing that for?
So I've been doing that for about 6 months. So I'm still
Okay.
fresh into it. My cousin, he's been doing it for 5. He
Okay.
started during COVID.
Okay.
And so a couple months ago, he just came up to me at like a family function, and he's like, "Dude, you're really personable. You're a good people guy. Do you want to do real estate?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I mean, sure. Like, let's
Yeah.
give it a go." And so took the course, took the test, and I've really enjoyed it because it
Awesome.
just helps me help people find what they're looking for in life.
I agree that you are personable. In the 5 minutes that I've met you, you are
Thanks, Randy.
personable. I can talk to you.
So you also going to school, or are you done with school?
So done with school.
Okay.
I went to about a year and a half at BYUI online, studied business management, public health.
Okay.
Then kind of went away from school to pursue pickleball and now real estate full time.
Okay.
But school just wasn't for me. I
Yeah.
didn't really find the joy that I thought I would
Yeah.
in school. So, I kind of gave that up and kind of just thought, what else could I do with my life? And so about like a year ago, after I got married, me and my wife were driving down I-15, and I was like, man, this pickleball thing is really itching to get at me again because
Yeah.
I played a long time ago. But I told her, I said, could I give it a shot,
Yeah.
this year and see where I could go? And so over the past year, I've accomplished a lot and done a lot of good. So I'm going to keep it up.
Hey, let's get into that.
So that kind of gets into our next question. Did you, before we get into pickleball,
Yeah.
like, what was your growing up like with sports? Were you a big athlete, or like how many sports did you play?
So yeah, growing up, Spanish Fork's a big baseball town, so
Okay.
everything's baseball, softball. But I played flag football, basketball, but my main thing was baseball. I pitched till about 7th grade, and then I got afraid of the ball, But I was
Okay.
also super short and super scrawny.
Short king.
Short king. So played lots of baseball growing up, which was nice. Kept me out of the house. Not really into video games as a kid. Still not
That's fine.
today, but big into sports. I love analytics of sports. I love watching, reporting, and just being in the atmosphere of sports is something that I really enjoy.
Cool. Awesome. So outside of pickleball,
Yeah.
if you had a weekend to do whatever you wanted to do, doesn't have to be sports,
Okay.
but no pickleball, what would you be doing?
What would I be doing? Probably going to Greece with my wife.
Okay, so you love to travel.
Yeah. We're
Awesome.
big travelers. We actually just went to England over the summer.
Cool.
This is sports related, but we got to go to Wimbledon, and I actually
Wow.
cried.
That is so
at
sick.
Center
You
Court. I
That
cried
is
because
so
it was just
cool.
so iconic for me.
Yeah,
My
that's
dad's
sick.
been there several times. He's been to a couple of the finals, and so for me to just be in there, I was just like, I made
Crazy.
it. you know?
Well, did you get to watch the matches?
No, so this was a month prior.
Okay.
So they
Oh.
were cutting the grass, getting everything ready to go, but just being at the grounds was surreal.
That's
it was
so cool.
so sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, go ahead.
No, you. I insist.
you.
I insist.
I was gonna ask, did it cost to get in, or
So the tour, it was like 60 quid,
Okay.
which is like $110 a
Okay.
ticket. So
Okay.
it was like, it was a couple bucks, but
okay?
my wife's like, we're here.
Yeah.
Do you want
That's
to do
cool.
it? I'm like,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool.
That's so sick. Rate the food in England on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh,
10
dude,
being insanely
question.
good.
10 being insanely good.
Yeah, like you
So-
would crave it.
Okay, so a lot of people say it's gross.
Hmm.
Like a lot of my family, they travel there. I've been there now. I give it an 8.7.
What?
So the reason being is where we went, like my wife, my father-in-law is from the UK. So she knew exactly where to go, when to go, time of day kind of deal. But the fish and chips that we had, I ate fish and chips like 10 or 12 times while we were there
Okay.
for the 2 weeks we were there.
Yep.
Every time I ate them, it was just better and better and better.
Yep.
Now, there are some things there that aren't good, but I can tell you the peaches and cream and the chocolate covered
Ooh.
strawberries at Borough
Okay.
Market are, oh,
Oh,
Cream of
iconic
the
market.
crop.
Did
Yeah.
you get to go to Soho?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice little area.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a great area. England's a big, I feel like,
Melting
slept
pot?
on, but like a melty pot kind of deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the people are so nice. Like
Yeah.
everyone would say hi to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I like, how are you? Good. How are you? And like they'd have a conversation, and they're super personable, which
Yeah,
I find
that's awesome.
super cool.
I think it would make my day to have an English person call me bruv. That would really
Hi, bruv.
warm me up inside.
That's awesome, man. So, kind of coming back to Utah.
Yeah.
How do you like Utah, or why have you chosen Utah to live? Would you choose to live anywhere else? Have you guys looked at living anywhere else?
Yeah, so I grew up. I've been again born and raised here.
Yeah.
I love Utah. My wife Beth, she loves it, and we love it. I mean, there's so much to do here. The people here are great. You know, pickleball here is awesome. Just the atmosphere of Utah
Yeah.
is so hyped up. Everyone wants to be here.
Yep.
And the people that are here are just, genuine good people that want to make a difference, want to help each other out. So we don't plan on moving in the future unless real estate or pickleball takes me another route, then yes, but
Okay.
for now we're just gonna hang out here.
Cool.
It says a lot about Utah that you're such world travelers, but you're like, this is my home base, and I
Yeah.
like hanging out here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Utah's
Cool.
a sweet place.
So before we get into last question, before we get into pickleball stuff, do you have any aspirations outside of pickleball? Like anything you want to accomplish or do, or maybe a job that you dreamed of having as a kid, or?
Yeah. So I guess I've done a lot of my goals that I wanted to achieve in my life, but a dream job that I would have loved to have had would be like an astronaut or just something related with
Wow.
like space or NASA.
Cool.
Like I watch Mark Rober all the time on
Yeah,
YouTube, and
That's awesome.
just to see, how smart he is and what he's done.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to be something in that'd have been dope.
That's so cool.
That or a doctor.
I wish I was smart like him to the point where like if I wanted something, I would just make it. Like it's like I can't imagine being that smart or that good at something.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's crazy.
I'd
Have
pull
you-
a ton of pranks if I had that smart of a brain too.
Yeah. The
Have you done-
glitter box prank.
Yeah.
Have you done any of his like YouTube videos or
As
gotten his
a kid, I
subscription or
kind
whatever?
of a couple of them, but
Okay.
now I want to do more of them since I'm a kid at heart. Like last night, I
We all
finished
are.
building a Lego Porsche, so it's just like
That's cool.
Nice.
you
That's
gotta
cool.
be a kid as long
Yeah.
as you can.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. All right, let's get into pickleball. So tell us about your journey. How did it begin?
Yeah.
How did you get into
Yeah,
pickleball?
so kind of a funny story. So I have 10 years of tennis in my background. So
Okay.
growing up, it was, after I quit baseball, it was my dad's like, let's just get you into something else. And my mom thought, tennis would be a good idea. So played competitive UTSA, junior competitive traveling tennis for 10 years. Really loved it. Had a couple opportunities at the collegiate level. And then COVID hit in 2020, and that was sadly my senior year of high school, which for me was like a bummer. I couldn't believe it, so everything kind of got washed away. I gained a lot of weight, too much Chick-fil-A, too much Panda Express,
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Well, you look like you've worked it off.
Yeah.
Is that because of pickleball?
Pickleball and then my mission, lost a lot of weight. But my dad showed me on YouTube one day during COVID.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I was like a high school and junior high school champion. My dad grew up on Bainbridge Island where pickleball is
where's
from.
that?
And
That's
so,
awesome.
he grew up with the wood paddles. He's been to the court, played on it
Yeah.
as a kid.
Great.
So for me, I'm like, okay, I could give it a try. So the next day I went to Walmart. I bought the, $30 Franklin wood paddle
Yeah.
set,
Yeah.
put a tennis grip on it, went to the courts the next
Classic.
day and
Yep.
played with some people. And I was like, this is a sweet sport. Like,
Yeah.
why have I not found this earlier? But
So where did you start playing then?
the Spanish Fork outdoor courts.
Okay.
Yep, down by the sports park in Spanish Fork. So
Never
Is
been
there
there.
a name to those parks? Or?
it's just
okay.
the SF
'Cause I know-
pickleball courts, I think.
Okay.
But like they hold the big Fiesta Days
Okay.
pickleball tournament there every
Okay.
year during
Cool.
the 24th Pioneer Day. And so I started playing there, and then of course left on my mission and served in Columbus, Ohio, where I also met my wife. Got home, bought some nicer paddles, bought the Vision Pro Yolas when those were out.
Ooh,
the
that was your
Julian Arnold specials
Okay, let's go.
when he would rep them.
Cool.
Back in 2021, but now we're here. So
Cool. So that was kind of my next question. Like, what kind of paddles did you just play wood paddles before your mission, and then you got into the Yola? You said
Yeah,
right
so
after.
wood paddles pre-mission, and then after my mission, I kind of started to do a lot of research.
Yeah.
Really liked Yola.
Okay.
Played with them for about a year and a half. Went to Gearbox for a month. That was a terrible idea.
Oh,
Nothing on people using
No.
Gearbox paddles, but I just got a lot of hate.
Whoa.
there's no gearbox disparagement on this podcast.
It was rough. It was rough.
Okay.
But now I play with the Yola Hyperion and
Okay.
love it.
The 14
16.
Pro 4, 16 Pro 4.
You currently
Nice.
play with the Yola
Yeah.
Hyperion, the new one. Okay.
Love
Cool.
it.
Good to
It's
know.
great.
Good to know. So you briefly touched on your mission. So for our viewers who don't know what a mission is, even though I'm pretty sure most of our viewers are from Utah, tell us what a mission is and where'd you go, and
Yeah, so an LDS mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is 2 years dedicated to serving the Lord. So you leave home, you're called, by the church, by the prophets and apostles on where they feel the Lord needs you. And so, I went to Columbus, Ohio. Go Bucks, baby, So I can now cheer for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Okay.
And so people who, disagree with that, that's fine. August 31st, though, horns down. We're beating Texas. We're gonna do a two-peat, repeat the semifinal. So.
this is football, right?
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
football
I think he's
fan?
talking
Okay.
about not cornhole. I was like,
You said Texas Longhorns, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
if
I
he was
think he's
talking
about
smack
football.
on Longhorn cornhole, I was gonna get so pissed. Is picking up your wife part of a mission, or where did you meet her?
Yeah, so let me kind of elaborate on that. Sorry. So we met on our mission. We were like in the same zone, like
Okay.
our last transfer of our mission.
So she was also a
She was
mission.
also a missionary.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's so romantic.
So she, kind of a funny story. She walked out of a PTA activity to go call her family or something like that, and her companion was sitting on the couch, and I was like, "Oh, dude, this is my chance. Like, I'm gonna go try and put in a word for myself, kind of
Yeah,
deal."
yeah.
So I walked out to her companion, who is now one of her best friends, and
Yeah.
she's a great gal. But I was like, "Hey, I kind of got it for Sister Gilmore. If you want to kind of put me in the doorway a little bit, that would be awesome." And
Yeah.
so she told her, Beth, she didn't believe, her companion that I
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
She actually hated me on the mission, believe it or not. On the mission, you go a little disobedient. You have some fun.
Yeah.
But you're always doing what you're supposed to. But at that point, I was like ahead of her zone, so she didn't like how I was running the zone kind of deal.
Okay.
But one thing led to another, and now we're married. So
You rizzed her up real nice. Let's
Rizzed her
go. Let's go, Landon.
freaking nice.
Good boy. Okay.
Awesome.
What's your duper, Landon?
So my duper is a 5.2.
Okay.
It's been fluctuating a lot, but over the past year, I've been get it to where I want it, and I'm wanting it to progress.
How long did it take you to get to 5.0?
A year.
A year?
Yeah. So, kind of flashback to the fall time I played in the Sundance Pro League. I played
Okay.
with Bryce Larson's team, which for me that was awesome. It was a great experience. That really helped me to kind of gauge where I know I could go. So after Sundance, I got invited to play on the UU Pickleball team. Shout out Josh Peterson. We performed really well at nationals, took second, and that's kind of where I started to really incline and peak in, I guess, the pickleball world, you could say. But been working a lot with Dave Hall, Clayton, those guys, John Nelson, John Thorne, just the main Utah group. We play, drill, things like that. So.
Dude, you're 23. Like, you have not peaked. You're not even close to peaking. So it's only
Jeez,
gonna
I'm
get
37.
better.
I hope I haven't peaked either. So let's just throw that in the universe, please.
It's never too late to peak.
All right. Have you had a chance to see the new Duper algo take effect on you at all? What do you think of it?
I'm a pro and con kind of guy.
Okay.
Pros, I feel it's good for up-and-coming players that are wanting to slowly build their
Okay.
duper. Cons are it can affect you severely,
Yeah.
but it also can affect you progressively as well. So, like if you, I don't know, for example, if I lost to a 4.8 or something, it would probably go up because we're close in relation, but it would just depend on the stability of your duper rating and performance.
Accuracy. Okay.
But all in all, I think it's okay. I hope they kind of make more changes to it
Yeah.
here soon. But
Yeah.
for now, it's what.
I agree, and I've gotten into it a little bit with the last two pods, but well, maybe we'll touch on it again in this pod.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will. But thanks for your input on that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. What do you enjoy the most about pickleball?
The atmosphere, whether it be in the collegiate atmosphere or just normal, regular setting tournament atmosphere. I'm a big guy I like to talk, talk the talk. I can walk the walk in some cases. But I think if we look more into the MLP style atmosphere,
Yeah.
you look at Dallas a couple weeks ago with, the Mad Drops playing the Shock.
Yeah.
It was total chaos.
Glorious.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then you look
Yeah.
at, they came to Salt Lake a couple weeks ago too, and the atmosphere was crazy.
Yeah.
As well,
Wow.
I think pickleball is really starting to generate the atmosphere of like a college football game or, an MLB stadium, just a loud, packed stadium. I think it's really drawing to what it needs to be.
Well, it kind of leads into my next question. Do you enjoy watching it? Do you
Yeah.
go to PPAs? Do you watch it on the Pickleball TV app?
Yep. Yeah. So if I'm not doing real estate, you can find me at my house watching pickleball TV. For
Addict.
Sure.
Yeah. If you have the Pickleball TV subscription,
It's
you're
worth
you're
it.
an
It's
addict,
so
and
worth
it's
it.
so worth it.
For sure.
Super, super worth
So
it.
worth it.
Super
which-
excited for
what-
Vegas next week as well, or 2
Okay.
weeks.
Okay. So with that, do you prefer PPA or MLP then?
So
Sounds
a lot
like
of
you
people
like.
have asked me that. PPA, I love PPA, but I'm trying to lean more toward the collegiate view.
Yeah.
And us partnering with the team format and the APP format. I'm really liking. So if I could pick to play in a tournament, once a month, every month, I'd probably go APP. It's of course cheaper now. Like playing PPA is fine too, but APP's on the rise. There's a lot of pros in the APP format that, you look at like Liam Duffin too. He's a big up and coming collegiate MLP, APP, PPA guy.
Yep.
Clayton Boydston, they're teaming up this year. Super excited to see, what they can do as well. But I would prefer the APP route.
Okay.
If you're trying to pursue pro,
Yeah.
I'd shoot for APP first,
Okay.
and then look forward to PPA like Grayson Golding.
I think
Save a lot of money that way for
I
sure.
Yeah.
think there's a Brigham City PPA Challenger event coming up.
Uh-huh.
Am I right? Are
Yeah.
you signed up for that?
Should be by the next couple weeks.
Still trying to find a partner?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm free.
I guess my question was kind of more directed at what you like to watch, though. Do you like to
Yeah.
watch MLP or PP? Or...
PPA.
Okay.
PPA.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Play APP, but watch PPA. 'Cause, I mean, that's where the best of the best are. That's who you're going to
Best of the
find.
best.
Are, right?
Best of the
The
best.
rivalries, the trash talk,
That's
the
right.
beat down.
Cool.
Yep.
With that, I guess, do you have a favorite player that you like to watch?
That's tough.
Or like a top three? Or...
Top three. I'll do top three. So
Okay.
I love Tyson McGuff. Love
Okay.
the Guff,
Okay.
dude.
Okay.
OG,
Yeah.
always electric.
Yep.
The tattoos he's got, dude, it's so sick.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd have to go T McGuff, and then I'd have to go with Julian Arnold, the good old
Yeah.
Andiamo, dude.
I love that. What a great answer.
I love Julian
What
Arnold.
a great
dude.
answer. Yes.
And then Rafa Hewitt.
Really?
He has a
Ooh,
lefty.
just 'cause he's
him
a
as
lefty?
the lefty squad. I just love when
Okay.
he yells.
You like the loud,
You know,
loud
I-
electric
I mean, me on court,
entertainers.
I'm loud. I
Okay.
hit a good shot or something, I'm gonna yell, yap.
Yep.
Okay.
I just want to be loud.
That's awesome. No mention of Ben Johns, huh?
I love Ben Johns. He's an incredible player, but I feel where pickleball is now rather than 4 years ago, he
Mhm.
was on top.
Yep.
People they figured him out. I think you look at his draws the past 6 months. It's been a lot of first, second round exits in singles and not men's and mixed, but singles. It's been quick.
Yeah.
You know,
Singles is an interesting story for
singles
him.
getting high level.
Yep. It's intense. Short-term goals in pickleball. Like, is there a tournament that you're looking forward to getting ready for? And then long-term goals. What are you looking at?
Yeah, so short term, next month we actually have the NCPA Collegiate Nationals here at Club Pickleball USA in Orem. I think it's September 22nd through the 24th. So we'll be playing in that. So that'll be pretty sweet. Long term goals, love to play in a couple more PPAs this year. You know, when I can find the time, when I'm not on the grind on work.
Have you done APP events yet?
Not yet, no.
Not yet?
No.
Okay.
So that'll be another long term this year
Okay.
too.
Because those seem like they go everywhere but Utah, so you'd have to like travel
Yeah.
to those, which
Yeah.
is kind of a bummer.
There's lots that are held in California, East Coast.
Mhm.
Like there's one this week in Chicago, APP Chicago, that I thought about going to, but my wife just started school again, so I was like, I'll just stick around, stay home, because there's always tournaments going.
So this is a good question to bring up right here with you kind of pursuing APP with the traveling aspects. Is most of your money come from real estate to be able to afford that, or?
Yeah, so it comes from real estate, but I also I have a full-time job with a solar company that
Okay.
I work for. It's just a desk job.
Okay.
You know, I work 5 Monday through
Okay.
Friday, but you know, certain days I can not go until later.
Okay.
So after this, of course, I go to work. But
So it's safe to say that most of your revenue that you're bringing in is going straight towards you being a pro. Is
yeah, essentially, and
towards-
then of course, like paying my bills, taking care of my
Sure,
wife, for sure.
sure. Cool. Awesome.
Full sending it. I love it.
I love it
love it.
too. All right. What do you feel has been the hardest part about progressing in the sport?
Progressing,
I
yeah.
kind of put a couple examples in here, like finding partners, finding time to drill, work out, recovery, or something else.
I think some of the hardest things are conditioning and finding a partner you mesh with
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I've had some great runs with a couple good people this year in tournaments that I want to play with more.
Yeah.
It's just they also have their partnerships that flow and fluctuate
Yep.
how they want to see it too.
Yep.
You know, so I feel like conditioning, keeping a consistent condition schedule, and then finding a partner for a tournament or just like a group play is tough.
Okay. Who have you played with in the past, men's or mixed, that you've like really liked and would play with again?
Yeah. So this past March at PPA Red Rock, I played with Jackson Madsen,
Okay.
the upcoming,
The
teen
red-
amateur,
Red
the
Rifle.
ginger freak.
I know him
Yeah.
well.
You know, he's a stud.
Yep.
Very humble kid. Great attitude on the court.
Yep.
But he asked me to play Red Rock with him, and so I was like, yeah, I'd love to do that. And we actually made it to the semis in the 5-0,
Nice. Let's go.
which was sweet. You know, beat a couple guys, beat Papa Scal, Scalabrine,
Nice.
and John in the quarters, which was super cool. It was a good match, a lot of fun. But then we lost in the semifinals to Jack Sahi and Andre Macarato. They're both upcoming junior pros. They're incredible. But we had a good run. Jackson, for me, he just fits my game. Just patient, consistent, and you go together rather than opposite.
Yep.
I feel like too, he can take and cover a lot of the court, which that would help me as well. So where I can play the right side how I like to play it, and so with him covering a lot of the middle and cross court rolls, to me was nice. To where then I could set myself up and take the action too.
You like playing the right side?
Yeah, the right side, double forehand in the middle. It's my favorite.
Well, we didn't mention this, but he's a lefty,
Oh, you are a lefty.
so
yeah.
he
Okay.
prefers the right side.
For the right side.
That would make sense. Yeah. This is high level pickleball talk.
Maybe we
here.
should add that question in,
Yeah.
in the future.
That's
for
a good question.
Future,
Very
Are
good
you
question.
right or left-handed?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay.
Sorry, I had a camera issue there. I had to turn back on for Landon. What's one of the skills that you're trying to work on or improve in the game?
I'd say my backhand roll, third
Okay.
shot roll, or my roll flick. As a left-handed player, it's a big shot. You know, you can disguise it either way.
Mhm.
Who's really good at it, and I've seen drill it constantly and consistently, is Ryan Smith. He's got a really gnarly setup. You know, his hands are crazy fast, but his reach and where he can put the ball down the line or through the middle without you knowing is pretty awesome. So I'm trying to implement big RS. So
Self-reflect for a second and describe your game to us.
that's like question.
Yeah,
before.
what's
That's a
your
good
game?
Question. My game would be drop as much as I can.
Okay.
I love to reset mid-court and then transition and then be aggressive. I tried to I try to stay consistent with what my partner is being consistent at too. A big thing for me is I love to drive. I love hitting,
The
fourth or
tennis.
fifth shot drive.
Yep.
Preferably my forehand. If I can hit an inside out forehand like Jack Sock, that's what we're looking for.
That's right. We want style points if we're gonna hit drives.
Yeah. But once I'm in the transition or at the kitchen, I like the rally game.
Okay.
The strategic cross court, switch it up, speed it up.
Okay.
Attack, counter.
You're like a consistent grinder then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to grind for my points.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Before we leave the pickleball scene, who is someone that you've kind of like looked up to or idolized in the scene in here in Utah?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like pickleball wise, like who
Yeah,
I've-
pickleball wise,
Okay.
yeah.
I'd have to say,
Like maybe someone that you're really like trying to learn from or that's taught a lot. Like you kind of mentioned Ryan Smith there for a second. You really liked his flick. It could be pro too, like Mario Barrientos or Chuck Taylor, just anyone.
yeah. I think a lot of the guys that I play with, Clayton Boydston, Bryce Larson, Liam Duffin, John, Anthony, Ryan, Alex Quee, all
Yeah.
those guys up north that I play with. I kind of like to learn from everyone.
Yeah.
I'm playing 2 to 3 times a week, drilling as much as I can, when I can find time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not really necessarily someone that I've looked up to, I guess, in the pickleball world. It's
Yeah.
just I've become friends with a lot of the guys, and I've learned a lot from them. Playing them, losing to them has made me want to get better.
Sure.
And now that I'm starting to beat, a lot of them, it's really for me, okay, I can, beat anybody kind of deal. I live by the quote by Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness. His son, he's playing basketball in one of the scenes, and he's like, Dad, I want to be an NBA player when I grow up. And Will Smith's like, no, you can't do that. Like, you're too small. And so his son, proceeds to put the ball in the bag, and Will Smith asks his son, what are you doing? And he said, well, you said I couldn't do that. Why did you tell me that? And, he kind of pauses for a second, and then he looks at him and he says, if you want something, go get it. Don't let anyone tell you different. And so for me, for the past year, I've lived by that. I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
In the past year, I'll be pretty honest with you guys and vulnerable. 2 months ago, I almost took my life. It was a pretty scary time. Sorry. In my life,
You're good,
didn't
dude.
think I'd get emotional on a pickleball podcast, but really hard time in my life trying to find my way in life, where I fit and belong. But with the help from my wife and, some friends and family, I was able to get out of that, and,
Yeah.
now we're here. So,
Hey,
but I'm good.
Yeah, you belong here,
Yeah.
and we're glad you're
Yeah.
here, man. Yeah.
Very grateful to be here. Just really quick, if you're, struggling or anything like that, please just ask for help. It's worth it. It can save your life.
There's nothing wrong with asking for help.
Absolutely.
And pickleball is a huge community. I mean, not to like get too emotional over this, but like there's a huge community of people out there that I think are there to help you, and it makes it easier when you have friends and your wife,
Yeah.
someone close to you that can really help you through this. But pickleball's been great for me for that, just to be social and like we kind of touched on it earlier, but kids are hard, man. I have the same situation. Like, I've never had any suicidal thoughts, but life gets really hard.
Yeah.
And kids make it harder. And sometimes my wife might think that I'm playing a lot of pickleball. Sometimes it's an outlet for me to enjoy a little bit of life when it gets you down. So
For me, yeah, it was an outlet. It still is an outlet for me,
Yeah.
for my mental health,
sure.
Yeah.
It's funny, I'll come home from work some days and, I'll run to our bedroom really quick, change, grab my bag, and, oh, Alpha, just go, where are you going? I'm like, just going to drill really quick. I'll be back in an hour. Okay, that's fine.
What a cool wife.
Yeah, dude, I love
that's
my
so
wife.
cool.
She is so supportive, and she's such a good woman for me. She has dreams, and we just support each other, and it's being married is just great.
Yeah.
Having your best friend, with you every day is something that I'll I'll never take for granted again.
Yeah.
You know, because I couldn't imagine not being here and what she'd be doing. You know.
Beth, thank you for giving Landon a chance on the Mish.
Shout out my hot wife.
Yes. Awesome. All right. So as we wrap up the interview, what's like a tip or two that you would give to the viewers to work on this month?
Core conditioning, as we mentioned before, I don't do that. Been doing that a lot more lately. Ladder drills are really good, you know, in court drills. A lot of shadow swinging, but most importantly, getting in as much, you know.
When you say shadow swinging, are you like just swinging a pickleball in your
Yes,
bedroom?
no, so
That's kind of what I
That'd be-
thought it
that'd
would
be-
be.
no, so a big thing is you'll do a ladder drill on
Okay.
the court and you shadow swing what ball you want.
Okay.
And then if you have a ball machine or, you know, your friend or
Yeah.
whatever, you know, do that same drill again and then start to hit a ball with it, you know.
Okay.
But a big thing too is a lot of the game it's starting to get really, really fast. And so
Yeah.
I'm not even really playing at the kitchen line anymore. I'm playing about a foot or two behind, you know, because the speed of the dinks or whoever I'm playing. So
Sure.
just this week work on getting to the court, of course, you know, working on just the fundamentals and the
Yeah.
basics of pickleball. But if you're consistently doing that, then you will start to see progress in your game for sure.
Awesome.
Notice how he didn't mention go to open play 5 days a week. That's pretty big.
No, that's
huge. Pretty
and
big.
I was gonna add on top of his like shout out to clubs and stuff out there, because if you don't have a partner or like a friend to go play with all the time,
Yeah.
hey, we all have families, we all have lives, we got stuff going on. These clubs now have pickleball machines in them. Go rent them. You know, there's people out there. I actually have a machine too that I rent out from Jordan Dayton's house here in Highland, and so definitely recommend finding something like that to help you drill. But shadow swinging as well. I actually got one of those little mini pickleballs. It's like rubber. I forget.
Beezer.
Beezer. The
Beezer
Beezer.
balls,
Yep.
yep.
And
Wall
so
drills with that
sometimes
is
on
super
my,
sweet.
I'm an air traffic controller, and sometimes on my mid shift, I take that and I just hit it against the wall because it's super silent. So, well, is there any other advice or knowledge you want to impart with our viewers?
No, just thanks again for having me. It was great to be on here. Look forward to being on here again in the future. But yeah, again, thank you for having me. Social medias are Landon Dizzy or Landon Disbrow. I don't know. Just look up Landon. It'll show up.
We'll throw a
Yeah,
graphic
throw
up
it
for
in
you.
there.
include it.
But appreciate the follow. But again, thanks for having me on today.
Yeah.
It was great.
You're the man, Landon.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Lance.
you're the man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Court call. I had a couple of people I wanted to shout out to for Court Call this podcast. First and foremost is Tad. Tad does so much for the leagues. He is creating an app for our leagues.
No way.
He's a programmer.
Okay.
So he's been working on this for a while now. He still thinks it's going to take a little bit longer. He was trying to roll it out this season for our league to use in conjunction with the spreadsheets that I create.
Yeah.
But shout out to him for all the work he does. It's got to be a huge toll on, you know, a person to kind of like manage that when people come to you and say, hey, this is going on or that's going on.
Yeah.
We do have league leaders as well, but he's managing all of it.
Yeah.
And then he also sits with Devin each week, or maybe once a month. I think they do like meetings with Duper and stuff like that. So there's a lot behind the scenes that he does. And just a huge shout out to Tad Silas Christiansen for all the work he does. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tad.
Shout out to Susie as well. She solely does the women's leagues. So again, anyone who runs leagues or manages people is a big job.
It is work. It is a full-time job.
So thank you so much, Susie, for all the work you do. I think part of the reason, I know she has family stuff, but part of the reason I think she dropped out of the co-ed leagues was because she's managing 3 women's leagues of her own and wants to be involved in those. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
There's a lot.
Again, we just shouted out to Devin Egan, but shout out again to Devin Egan for Club Pickleball USA. I think it's one of the best clubs out there.
Yep.
This prize pool for the leagues is another example of that. For all the legwork he does, he sets up like all these tournaments. I'm pretty sure he does most of this on his own. So great work to him.
Yep.
Thank you for the tournaments that you run and for the feedback that you listen to. Thank you for all that. Jordan Dayton as well. I've said him before, but Jordan Dayton's one of my best friends at this point now. He's a retailer that lives 7 minutes from my house, has 2 pickleball courts in his backyard. He will give you the best price on a paddle that he has in his store.
Yep.
Pickleballist.
Yep.
And he will always give you the best price.
Let
So
him
shout
be
out to
your
him.
dealer.
Absolutely.
He is
Absolutely.
the dealer.
Lastly, but not of least importance, is my wife. She lets me do this pod. Last time we were doing it during bedtime.
Yeah.
It took us 2 hours. It was a long pod.
Yep.
Hopefully this pod will be a lot shorter. But shout out to her for let me do this. It's expensive. It's a lot of work. Even the editing takes a lot of time. So shout out to her for letting me do that. I really appreciate that. And for Randy.
Oh, here.
Randy, you're a huge shout out as well. Thanks for being my co-host.
Hold up. I got to shout out Sky because Sky does all the editing, all the camera setup, all of the mic setup, and he leads his pod really well. So this is not possible without you. Not without you, buddy.
Thanks, man. To be fair, I have been trying to delegate some of the responsibilities.
That's good.
So anyway, I appreciate all you do, man. Thank you so much for being my co-host.
We're rolling
keeping this going. What's in the kitchen? We have the rest of MLP playoffs. Although Utah's not in it, I'll probably just touch on who won.
I'll be watching.
They're headed to New York.
Yeah.
We didn't really touch on it, but the Jersey Fives, the Dallas Flash are out. The reigning champs are not in it. So Jersey Fives, the St. Louis Shock,
got our drops.
the Columbus Sliders, who beat Dallas Flash.
Yes.
Good for them. Man.
Yeah. Dude, CJ.
And then who was the 4th team?
Got our Mad Drops, right?
The Mad Drops. Yeah, the LA Mad Drops, Ben Johns. So I'm
Yep.
excited to see who actually wins here. There will be a new champion.
New
this year.
champion.
Yeah. Super exciting.
Who's your pick?
If I were to say like who I'm watching and rooting for, I guess it would it's hard because I like the LA Mad Drops team overall, and now Ben Johns is on it, so it's exciting. I'm kind of rooting for Hunter Johnson and the LA Mad Drops. Catherine Printo. I've been kind of rooting for her for a while, especially since Anna Lee Waters kind of dumped her.
Yep.
So I am kind of rooting for the Mad Drops a little bit. The Columbus Sliders would be a huge upset.
They're big underdogs.
I do think the Jersey Fives will do well, and then I think the St. Louis Shock are going to win it. But if I'm rooting for someone, it's probably LA Mad Drops. What about you?
Yeah, I would be. Yeah, I'm about the same. I'm rooting for the Slice because they're such underdogs.
Sliders.
Or Sliders. Yeah, the Sliders because they're such underdogs. But if I were to put money on it, then I would go for the Shock.
Cool.
That team is just gross.
Cool.
It's
so
gross.
you want Andre Daescu and Leah Jansen, Paris Todd,
Dude,
and
CJ, man.
Klinger.
Dude, future GOAT right there, CJ Klinger.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm rooting for Catherine
Yeah.
and Jade, I think,
Yep.
Kawamoto, and the Mad Drops, man. I hope they play really well, out of their minds.
Yeah, I think they'll be in the finals for sure.
I hope they make it. Ben Johns is always great, but it's cool to see other people succeed in a team format.
Yep.
PPA, the second half is about to kick off. I'm sure you're excited. You
Very.
mostly watch PPA,
Very.
so we might touch a little bit on that when we see some Utah people, dominate.
That's right.
And then we have more special guests to come, and hopefully I'll share some highlights and bloopers in the outro this week.
Cool.
So stay tuned in the ending tidbits of this podcast. And then that's all we got. You got anything else?
I'm excited to see those bloopers.
Actually, I think I have a few with Ethan. So
Excellent.
We'll maybe share some bloopers this week.
All right.
You got anything else for us?
That's it.
All right. Thank you guys for listening and watching. And please subscribe, like, comment.